Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. Olivia here with Olivias Romantic Home, and in today's video I am so excited to share with you guys some DIY, Dollar Tree and budget-friendly decor crafts. So this is going to be another episode in my Home Sweet Home series. I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. Now this week is going to wrap up the Home Sweet Home series, and then we're going to move into my I Love Spring series. I finally took down all of my Valentine's Day decor, and I'm going to start working on crafting and decorating for spring and Easter, which I'm super excited about, which I know you guys love as well. So if you're all new, I would love to have you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you punch the bell and click all, it will update you every single time I post a new video. I post several DIY videos a week on YouTube, as well as several a day on Facebook. And if you guys need crafting and decorating inspiration, listen, go check out my playlist. I have like hundreds and possibly even thousands of DIYs you guys can choose from, with different seasons and different ideas and even different styles. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to take one of those little Dollar Tree Easter chicks and make it into kind of a cute little fun Easter goodie. So what I'm going to do is I painted the entire thing white with some chalk paint, and then I'm using this blue bit of painter's tape. I want to do kind of like a Mackenzie Childs inspired little Easter chick, but instead of doing it like the black and white checks, I'm going to do yellow and white to kind of make it look like a cute little Easter chick. So basically you just make checks with that painter's tape, and I like to use like a little kind of chalk marker pen type thing to draw these out. And now I'm just using some yellow paint that I found at Walmart, and really you guys can find yellow paint pretty much anywhere, and I'm kind of mixing it in with a white paint to make it look a little bit less, too bright yellow. But I think an Easter chick for Easter is such a fun idea. Now, looking back on this, I probably should have given it some eyes and painted in the beak something different, but I just ended up doing all checks. I was totally in the mood for checks, so spoiler alert, we're going to be doing some checks in this video. But hey, you guys can use really any pattern that you love. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but I do love Mackenzie Childs inspired DIYs. I love their creative arts, and they just, when I look at their catalogs and their Instagram pages, I get so inspired to create, and something about painting the checks for me is very calming. So I don't know if you guys have never tried it or you're intimidated by it, which I really was at first. I was like, oh, there's no way I can paint checks. But if you get a paintbrush that is about the size of your painter's tape, like the thickness of your painter's tape, that makes it a lot easier. And here is how my little chick turned out once I had done all the checks. And then I also added in just a cute little bow. So I used some gingham ribbon and then this pretty blue chinoiserie ribbon that I found on Amazon. And I feel like that it made it so nice and so beautiful. And I think it's really sweet mixed in with my little blue and white kind of Easter setup. I think that blue and white is nice for a spring refresh. You don't necessarily have to go all pastels or all pastels yet. I do like to do pastels for Easter. It's one of my favorite soothing colors. I love the comfort colors of Easter. But if you're wanting to do something that's a little bit of a twist, you can go for these kind of blue checks. Now, Mackenzie Childs does do a blue and white check. I think it's called their Royal Check. And I have done some of those DIYs before, and these are just kind of dupes and inspirations. I'm very inspired and I'm very respectful of their work. I have a couple of their pieces myself saved up for them and bought them with my own pennies. And, but I think making these dupes are also fun because if you're on a budget, hey, this is a great way to try out a new style. Fabulous on a budget. Now for this next DIY, this is actually going to be kind of like a little thrift store upcycle. So I have this cute little vase from the thrift store, and I'm just going to put some really happy little yellow tulips in it. So I'm using 2 bundles of tulips and then one of these firm bundles, and I'm popping them into the center of the little vase. And that's pretty much all I did for this. It wasn't like write home, super hard little arrangement. But, sometimes I think we need those kind of easier to manage. Just pop in some florals. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is probably my easiest bow that I ever make. So you take your ribbon and you just measure it from your hand to your elbow, and then you loop that ribbon over on itself. So if you guys want an easy DIY ribbon, this is where it's at. And this is kind of like my little Olivia bow that I do. And you don't even have to cut a notch in the center, especially with this thinner ribbon. I did find this on Amazon, but you could just take a zip tie or some floral wire and you're going to tie it off in the center, and then bam. You guys, this is so easy and so fun to do. I love doing these bows. I've shared you guys with these bows constantly, and then you just take and you just pull the little loops out. So no mess, no fuss, no tools. This is just such a fun, easy thing to do. So I thought it'd be fun to add to just kind of the side of this little arrangement. It did get rather large, maybe a little bit too large, but still fun. And then I popped it in to the side of this just to kind of give it some flair and style. And then I kind of ruched like the ribbon around to kind of make those loops a little bit smaller. But this can just give you guys an idea on how to refresh a pretty picture that you pick up at the thrift store. I think I paid about $4 for this one. And when I turned it over, it was, I think, by Waverly. So it was a little bit more of an expensive brand. And I was really just drawn to the whimsical patterns and florals that have some pretty roses and yellow florals. And I love the green little handle and kind of the old-fashioned plaid design. It reminds me a little bit of how, some of the things in the 90s were shown, which the 90s are back, by the way. So I'm definitely embracing that movement. I'm a 90s lady. So anyway, but this is just a fun idea on how you can create a pretty little Easter tablescape with some bunnies and little eggs. Oh, and the checkered eggs they were at Hobby Lobby last year. Now I haven't gone in there yet this year for my Easter shopping, but I think I'm going to go very soon. I'll share a little haul with you guys of the goodies that I find. And drop a comment down below if you have been to Hobby Lobby. I'd love to hear what they're putting out, what you guys are interested in, the colors you're decorating for spring. I get so much inspiration from everyone. For this next DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a cute little Mackenzie Childs inspired royal check bucket. These are great little floral buckets that Dollar Tree has. So they come in a silver color, but I had previously painted this one white with some chalk paint, and now I'm just going to take this painter's tape again and just draw checks onto my little floral bucket. And you guys, this is really such a fun and easy craft, and it's a little bit hard to see my lines here. I apologize for that, but basically you're just going to draw those lines on there. And can I just tell you that my lines are never perfect. And I remember when I first started painting these checks, it was really difficult at first, and I would get so stressed out thinking that they had to be perfect checks. But if you actually look at the Mackenzie Childs creations closely, you'll see the imperfections in their creations, because all of their artists hand paint the checks. They're not done by a machine, and that's why their work is a little bit more expensive, because they have real artisans that are painting their work. And so I love that, because then it kind of gives you the feeling of giving yourself some grace when you're going at this. And you can see that the tape keeps pulling up on my little covering here. That was a little bit frustrating, but I kept rolling with it. And then I mixed up some blue paint, and I'm really kind of doing these blue checks this season. I kind of am really crushing on blue. You can tell I have blue nails even, kind of an ode to some of these DIYs that I created the last couple sessions. But if you find a brush that's about the size of your painter's tape, it makes it super easy. You can see I'm just pulling my brush along where those checks are. And let me tell you, they are not perfect. You can go back in with like a gold paint pen and draw around your checks if you want that perfect edge, or you can even go back with like a smaller detail brush, a smaller paintbrush. You can do 1 or 2 coats depending upon how thick of coverage you want. I will tell you that with Mackenzie Mackenzie Child's work that they take and they drag their brush in a little bit of gold and white paint and kind of mix in some other colors. And I kind of did that on my second round on this. So I did 2 coats of this, and I tried to do that a little bit more on my second coat. And that's usually how I do it. I'll do the first coat of blue or black, and then the second coat I'll add in a little bit of white or gold flecks kind of. As you can see right here, I've got a little bit of white paint that I'm dragging through to kind of make it a little bit more authentic in kind of a Mackenzie Child's fashion. So I love their goodies. They're super high end and super expensive, but hey, you know what? This cost us $1 and some change with our paint and a little bucket from Dollar Tree, and we don't have to pay $70 to $100 for a cute little blue and white check bucket. I put in some cute little florals, and I added my little Easter chick, and I called it good, and I think it's pretty cute. Now for this next DIY, I'm going to take this cute little tray, and this tray is actually really adorable as is. I used it for quite some time with the little roosters in kind of this French country fashion, and I loved it. But since it's spring now and I'm kind of wanting to do a little bit more, lighter colors, more of a shabby chic kind of French country look, I decided to take some chalk paint and just paint over it, which that's the joy of finding something at the thrift store for a couple bucks. You can play around with it, use it as is, or paint it one of your favorite colors. I do love white. It's fresh and clean, and it gives it kind of that farmhouse French country-ish style. And I did get this chalk paint off of Amazon, and it works pretty well, although I think I did 3 coats on this particular tray just to get it really good. And I am using like a fluffy brush, which I kind of enjoy using for chalk painting. I never thought that I would want to use a brush like that, but they're kind of nice. Now I'm taking some sandpaper, and I'm just going to give it a nice little sandpaper, just gently, very lightly in and around the edges of the tray. I didn't want it to feel over distressed in any way. And I will tell you, I'm going to go back in and seal it with a layer of waterproof Mod Podge or acrylic sealer because I want to use it in my living room. And so here is how I styled it, just with some cute little eggs and a little bunny and a saucer that I found at the thrift store, and then some of my DIYs. There's my little thrift store bouquet I shared with you guys how to make, and these little faux muffins. They're going to be in my Amazon store, so it's Olivia's Romantic Home Amazon store, and you guys can find the links in my YouTube videos. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, just check the description box for the links, and then if you're watching on another platform, check the description box on my YouTube. So that's how I'm able to link things for you guys. But I think it turned out really cute. Thrift store and a bit of chalk paint, and you've got a whole new fresh spring look. Now for this next DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a Dollar Tree kind of topiary. So I'm just going to take 2 of the little garden planters, and I spray painted them white, and now I'm going to make them again in Mackenzie Child's fashion. So what I want to do for these is I just want to tape them off, and I was going to do stripes and then checks and then stripes, but I got busy and I just didn't feel like I was going to be able to make the stripes look right, so I just ended up doing checks. So just take painter's tape, and I use this chalkboard marker, and I freehanded the lines going around the pot. The pots are a little bit trickier than a flat surface, so if you guys this is your first time painting checks, I suggest for you guys to paint something that's more of a flat surface. I know the first time I tried to paint one of these rounder surfaces, it was a little frustrating. It's not that you can't do it, but I will tell you, it's just a little bit harder to get those checks to look less wonky. So if you do this, give yourself some grace, and also please give me some grace, because you guys can tell, Hey, I've been painting checks all day, so I got a little tired with that one. Okay, so I'm also going to mix in a little bit of blue paint around the top of my garden planter. Now, I wasn't crazy about how I designed this one when I got done with it. I don't know, you guys are gonna have to let me know. I felt like it was just something, I needed something different to happen. Maybe some polka dots on my little planter. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know. So I added a bunch of hot glue, and hey, add some E6000, which is a permanent glue hold if you want it to really be sturdy. It's just gonna be in my house, so no big deal. Now I'm using this gold paint pen, and these are the bomb.com. I'll tell you what though, what happened with me on this one is it ran out. I really wanted to jazz it up and like really line the entire bit of checks and really give a heavy gold look, which would have made it come out a lot better, but I need to get some more new gold paint pens because I use them. And so anyway, I need to go back and kind of finish this out a little bit better, but you guys are going to kind of get the gist of what happened with this. And so I just popped a cute little moss greenery ball, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was a little pricey. I did get it half off though. I popped that into the top of it, and there is how you have that. I'm not for sure if I'm crazy about the stack look. I don't know. You guys let me know. I do like an elevated planter look, which they have like topiaries and planters on Mackenzie Child's website, and they're some of them over $1,000. So I felt like for a couple bucks, we did pretty good on this one. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think. As always, let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one you'll be attempting to recreate. I love to hear what you guys are up to. Don't forget to drop a comment down below so you can enter my $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. I love y'all so much. I thank you so much for being here. Have a blessed day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'm hugging your hearts. And if you need prayer, hey, drop those prayer requests down below, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Oh, here it is in white as well. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivias Romantic Home, and I'm a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with you guys how you can have a boutique, gorgeous home on a budget. I truly believe that you do not have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. And also, hey, listen, crafting and decorating is truly so good for your heart and soul. So no matter where you're at with your crafting and decorating journey or your life journey, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Sometimes I'll have an amazing morning and the day will just be perfect. And then sometimes I'll have a really hard morning, and it takes all that I have to just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So I just want to encourage you guys on that note, because I know the last couple of years have been incredibly tough for everyone in every aspect and walk of life. So thank you guys again for being here. That's my little pep talk for the day. Give yourself some grace as well. And remember, every day that you get up, it is another day that God has given us to bless someone else, even if that just means a smile or a kind comment or a hug or a cute little note or text from a friend or to a friend. So anyway, I love y'all so much. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.
And it shows if I'm honest.